Dear students, in this session I am going to explain how to design a jig for a given component. The same procedure can be followed for designing jigs for any component with suitable modifications. This is the sample problem. This is the given component. Design a jig for a pipe elbow having flanges at the two ends which are mutually perpendicular. The jig is intended for drilling holes at the two faces, this face and this face, 4 in one side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 in the other side. For this component we are going to design a jig. As we have seen in the design procedure, what is the first step? The first step is to locate the workpiece. What is the purpose of location? The locator should withstand the cutting force. Here, this is the component where we are going to apply the cutting force. Here, in case the cutting force is the drilling force. Here we are on this flange we are going to drill 4 holes, and this face we are going to drill 2 holes. So the cutting forces will act from here and here. So mutually perpendicular direction the cutting forces are acting. So the locator must withstand the forces from top and the sideways. Do you have any idea which type of locator you can select for this kind of workpiece? The locator should withstand the forces from top and sideways, and also the locator should have to accommodate the surface of the workpiece. Here the surface of the workpiece is a bit complicated. Since it is an elbow, the surface where we have to locate is in curved cylindrical shape. Any idea? Any type? Which type of locator you can select? Can you use pin type locator? You cannot use pin type locator. Why? The surface is a cylindrical and curved one. For cylindrical type of workpiece, which type of locator you will select? A V-type locator. But here V-type is also not sufficient. Why? It is in curved shape. So it is a difficult workpiece, a difficult contoured workpiece. So you will need a specialized locator for locating this kind of workpiece. As we have seen different type of locators for complex rare objects, which type of rare contoured workpiece, which type of locator you will select? Usually you will go for nesting type of locators. The nest will be in the exact shape and form of the workpiece to accommodate the workpiece. But the problem with nesting locator is it will be a bit costlier, since it is not a general purpose one. It is specifically designed for a particular workpiece. Here your workpiece is a peculiar one, so you have to select a nesting type workpiece. Like here, the drilling force from top and sideways you have to locate both ways. So this type of nesting type locator is selected. So the first stage of the problem is over. What is the first stage? You have to select a proper locator for a given component. The locator should withstand the cutting force acting on the workpiece. In our case, from top side flange and sideways flange. Right? Then what is the second step after designing the locator? What is the second step? The second step is to clamp the workpiece. This locator is withstanding only the top and sideways force. The remaining degrees of freedom. What are the remaining degrees of freedom? The one noted in red color arrows. The job can move in these directions. It can go up or pull out from the nesting locator, and it can go sideways. These degrees of freedom you have to arrest. That means you have to hold down the workpiece from moving in those directions. So you have to use proper clamping mechanisms to arrest those degrees of freedom. So we need clamps to arrest those degrees of freedom. What are the possible ways to arrest those degrees of freedom? You have to apply some clamping force on the workpiece to arrest those degrees of freedom mentioned here in this red arrow marks. Can you apply screw clamp? The most generally used clamp is screw clamp. Can you use screw clamp in these directions, in this curved portion and these flanges? Is it possible? It is difficult to apply those screw clamps, right? Because it is a curved portion, so screw clamp will not accommodate in this region, and also you cannot apply screw clamps in these flange areas because here the drilling operation is going to perform. So direct screw clamp is not sufficient. So we have to look at the possible surfaces. In the given workpiece, we have a possibility of internal locating surface, right? This internal cylindrical portion is available for location. We had seen in locating principles the most prioritized locating surfaces. In case if a workpiece is having multiple locating surface, if it is having a machined surface, you will select that machined surface instead of a rough surface for location. If you have multiple machined surfaces, in that case, if you are having a internal diameter, you can select that locating surface. Why? By using that internal diameter, you can arrest most of the degrees of freedom, right? By a single internal diameter location, concentric location, how many degrees of freedom you will arrest? Can you remember? Just by using this internal location, totally there are 12 degrees of freedom. How many degrees of freedom is remaining? This clockwise and an anti-clockwise direction, and then outside motion. So only 3 degrees of freedom is missing. So by using a single internal diameter concentric location, you can arrest 9 degrees of freedom, right? These all we have seen in locating principles. So in our workpiece, fortunately we are having a concentric locating surface, so we can utilize this surface, right?